What's up guys, Top Market Trading here. Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be giving you a video on the top stocks to invest in for the remainder of 2020 that are going to have big growth in 2021. So let's get into it. So the first company we're going to be taking a look at is GRWG, ticker symbol GRWG, and they're another company in the marijuana sector similar to Tilray and ACB, but what makes them different from the other companies is the fact that they focus on materials needed for cultivation of marijuana instead of the final product of the marijuana. Now, in early December of 2020, they did a share offering for $30, which they gained a total gross of $150 million, and they used that $150 million to buy the largest hydroponic operations in California by Grassroots, and they're looking to add annual revenues of $20 million to the company. Now, if you guys don't know, GRWG is trying to be similar to the Home Depot or Lowe's of marijuana. They want to be focused on getting people the materials they need to grow their own marijuana or start their own marijuana business instead of trying to create marijuana products for consumption or use. From 2018 and 2019, GrowGeneration actually had a revenue growth of over 150%, and analysts are expecting that in 2020 and 2021, that the growth to be 50% to 139% respectively. And that is going to be huge going into 2021 for GrowGeneration as they're looking to expand into more legalized states and grow more stores. So if we go ahead and take a look at GrowGeneration's charts, we can see that in the past 3 months, they've had an incredible movement, gaining over 124% a share, and they were trading around $16.70 a share and shot all the way up to around $42.15 a share before finally coming back down a little bit. Now, as I stated earlier, in early December, they did a $30 share offering, which caused this little dip right here, but after the share offering was over, you can see that it just skyrocketed. Now, for those of you who are looking to get in that aren't in already, I'm going to give you guys a couple of target prices and some resistance and support to help you guys judge your entry and exits. So the first entry we're going to be looking at, if you guys haven't gotten in, is this $41 area. As you can see, it hit a high of 42 before starting to come back down. And if we can see from the other patterns in the chart, it did a movement similar to this right here and took a short little come down. Short little dip. So what we want to do is buy at the dip around the $41 area, and then what we're going to do is hold and wait for it to break this 42.15 resistance. Now once it breaks the 42.15 resistance, it's going to be hitting ranges it's never hit before. So now we're going to be looking at the volume that's in the stock for the day, for the current trading day, and if the volume's high, you can expect this 42.15 to turn into a new resistance level of 43.50 potentially. So for people who are getting into this trade now, that's going to be our target exit, that $43.50 area, and that's what's going to happen. It's going to hit that area, it's going to show some little resistance, people are going to sell out, take some profits, it's going to dip, and that's where we want to sell out, take profits, wait for the dip, and then get back in for another jump up. The second company we're going to be taking a look at is Fuelcell, ticker symbol FCEL. They're another competitor in the clean energy sector, making hydrogen fuel cells as an alternative option to oil. And with the Dow Jones Renewable Energy Index up over 20% in the past 5 days, and companies like Plug Power and Switchback Energy hitting all-time highs, Fuelcell was no exception. They actually had a jump up over 70% in the last week, hitting a high of $13.88 before finally pulling back to the $12 area. So if we go ahead and take a look at Fuelcell's charts, you can see that in mid-November they were trading around the $2.56 area, and they actually had an incredible jump all the way up to the $13 area and finally pulling back to this $12.30 range. Now, for those of you guys that haven't gotten in yet, I'm going to go over some key resistance and support levels and some target prices for you guys to help you better judge your entries and exits. So if we look at the 5-day chart, we can see that they ran all the way up to this $13.60 area before finally pulling back to this $12 area, and they've been kind of consolidating here, as you can see. Now, our target price here is the $12.50 area. We want to be getting in at this $12.50 area, and for those of you playing this for the short term, you guys want to be taking profits around the $13.50 area. That's a quick dollar profit for you guys, 100 shares, $100, real easy, boom, in, out, quick. Now, for those of you guys that want to play the long term, you guys want to get in this $12.50 area, and you guys want to hold this, because once this picks back up and breaks this 1350 range, it's going to shoot to 15 easily. And why do I say 15? Well, 15 is a pretty psychological number for everybody, like 15 and 20. So once this short squeezes past 13, it can easily hit 15. And another reason why I say that is, if you look at these jumps right here, this candle, it was from 10 to 12. This candle, 9 to 11. So it shows these big $2 jumps. So from here, after it's done consolidating, and if it consolidates up and squeezes past this area, I don't doubt that it can easily shoot up $2, hitting that 15.50 area. But we don't want to be too greedy, so we want to get out right at 15. And once it hits that 15 area, it's going to be a psychological sell point for everybody. So once it hits 15, it's it's going to dip a little bit. And if you guys want to get in again, that'd be the perfect time to strike again in this 1366 area and then hold it to the $20 area. So the third company we're going to be looking at is Nano Dimensions, ticker symbol NNDM. Now they're a 3D printing company based out of Israel that focuses mainly on technology and computer hardware. And currently, the stock has been on an incredible run, going from around $1.50 in October all the way up to around $10 before finally pulling back to this $9, $8 range that we're currently at. And right now, Nano Dimensions just came out with a new product this year called the Dragonfly, and it's more of like a mobile 3D printing station that can print these things called printed control boards. Now, printed control boards are small chips that can be found in almost every electrical device that you can think of, from iPhones to TVs to laptops. And from the picture right here, you can see that they're very difficult to manufacture, and the fact that the Dragonfly can produce them in a small period of time from scratch is huge. So for those of you that want to get into NNDM, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a couple of key resistance and support levels to help you gauge your entries and exits better. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the charts, we can see that Nano Dimensions ran up to around 1046 before finally coming and consolidating around this $9 area. And as you can see from this line, it's bounced off the $9 support pretty well. So for those of you that want to get in for the short term and long term, this is where you guys want to get in. For the short term players, you guys want to get in here at the 9, and then take profits here before the 1046 area, and that's that level of resistance. So you guys want to get in before it hits that resistance level. Now for long-term traders, you guys want to get in here, wait for the price to short squeeze past the resistance, and then take profits around the 1150 area. In my opinion, I think Nano Dimensions is a pretty good hold for the long term. So if you take a look at the yearly chart, they were trading back in 2017 in the 50-60 area, and the fact that they're in the $8 area right now means that they're at the bottom of the barrel. And the fact that they're getting steam and getting attention now means that maybe in the next year or two we could potentially see areas of the 28, even 32 area. So that would be big for Nano Dimensions coming up in the next year or two. If you guys found this video helpful and want to see more stock videos, make sure you guys check out my channel. And as always, make sure you subscribe, leave a thumbs up, and leave a comment. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.